Let's just say if the current administration decides to go ahead with this one, Karpowership, the new contract to cost South Africa 15 billion a year. This was the article that was published on the 12th of August 2023. Let's see what the article says. My Broadband reported that the company's chief commercial officer, Zineb Harizi, told ETV's My Guest Tonight with Anika Lassin that Karpowership is willing to shorten its original contract to 5 years. Apparently, South Africa was going to be locked to this contract for the period of about 20 years. And obviously, because of the complaint and the opposing ideas from civil society organization, which I support them this time, this is not affordable for the country. So let's see what it says. It continues to say that Karpowership plans to provide South Africa with 1,220 megawatts of power that is needed by the country. Here is the issue that I have with this current arrangement. One, our country is heavily in debt. Last year, according to the Minister of Finance medium adjusted appropriation of October 2022, our current sovereign debt, or what we call as the national debt, was sitting at 4.7 trillion. And the estimation was that we, in the next 2 to 3 years, would be paying plus minus 500 billion towards debt service cost on annual basis as the country. Currently, plus minus 30 to 40 billion rands goes towards our national debt service annual debt service cost, from an annual budget of plus minus 1.4 to 1.6 trillion. So which means 30 to 35% of our budget goes towards servicing debt. And over and above that, we have a budget deficit every year where we need to go out and borrow from countries like international funding organizations like your IMF and World Banks, etc., etc. So this means that if we are going to shorten the contract to 5 years, we would be paying about 15 billion rands per year, which means in the next 5 years we would have paid 75 billion to this Karpowership's contract. It does really not make any business sense for me. If the current government continues like this, we are in trouble as a country. We're already in trouble because we are heavily indebted. There's foreign debt is spiraling out of control, and the interest rates that continue to rise. It means that the more debt we have, the more interest that we're going to pay on that particular debt. So if the government is going to forge ahead with this plan, then we must kiss job creation and the economic boom goodbye. We are already in crisis economically, cost of living crisis currently. We are experiencing unprecedented high levels of inflation recorded in history. That has never happened. And the cost of capital is becoming too expensive, and most companies they would rather cut down on unnecessary costs, which means at the end of the day they will be forced to cut down their personnel. That's where we're going. So yeah, that's where we are, guys. We'll see how this is going to unfold. Otherwise, our country is in serious financial trouble. Do let me know in the comment section what you guys think.